plus 2x minus 3 is equals to 0. This is what we studied, right? This is a polynomial quadratic equation, or maybe what you say, is this a polynomial if I have something x to the power minus 2 minus 5x is equals to 0. If I have something like this, can we say this is a polynomial? Obviously, this is not a polynomial because you have x to the power of minus 2. If the exponents are negative numbers, then we say it is not a polynomial. Even if the exponential is a fractional term, then also it is not a polynomial. Not only this, if I have, for example, something x cube, let me put x cube plus 2x, something you have minus e to the power x. If I have something like this, can we say this is a polynomial? Maybe is equals to 0. Or can I say it is an equation of a cubic polynomial? Still we say it is not a polynomial because we have the exponents terms. In the polynomial, we have only x terms, no exponential terms. Instead of e power x, if I have, for example, some sin x or cos x or sin inverse x, then also I will not say it is a polynomial. A polynomial is an expression which involves only one variable in terms of x, not involving any exponential, trigonometric, or fact. Exponents cannot be a negative numbers, exponents cannot be a fractional number. So similarly, we define the differential equation. A differential equation, let me show you the definition. So here they are given the equation number 1 as x square minus 3x plus 3 equals to 0. This is an equation. This is also sin x plus cos x. This is a trigonometric equation, you can say, which involves only trigonometric functions. And x plus y equals to 7 is a linear equation in two variables. Now similarly, if you have x dy by dx plus y, so this is the term which involves only x and y terms including dy by dx. So I can say this equation number 4 involves variables as well as the derivative of the dependent variable y. Say what is dependent variable and what is independent variable. Let me explain you. For example, if I have 2x plus y is equals to 3. Okay, so this same equation I can write as x equals to maybe 3 minus y upon 2. If I simplify this equation in terms of x equals to something, then I'll get 3 minus y whole upon 2. So here I can say x is dependent variable and y is independent variable. Okay. Or similarly, you can write the same expression this way also. Y equals to 3 minus 2x. This equation y equals, 2x plus y equals to 3. I can rewrite it as y equals to 3 minus 2x. So as I'm going with respect to dy by dx, so I use this equation instead of this one. When I go for dx by dy, then this expression is correct. So we are doing for timing with dy by dx. So I use this expression. Here you can say x value is independent and y value is dependent. Why it is dependent? Depending on the x value you take, whatever the x value you consider, the y value will change with respect to x. That means the value of y is totally depending on the value of x. If I take x is 0, y is 3. If I take x is 1, then y value is 1. But choosing of x value is not depending on anything. It's up to you what value you want to take. Can I say my y value also depending on my choice? No. Y value totally depends on x. So here what is dependent and independent is x is independent variable and y is depending variable. So in your textbook they use the multiple times this word. Let me show you here. The derivative of the dependent variable y with respect to the independent variable x. So this word they use multiple times in your explanation for the derivative of the dependent variable with respect to independent variable x, that is dy by dx, differentiation of y with respect to x. Such equations is called a differential equation. So this is the meaning of our definition of the differential equations. Next, tomorrow, in general, an equation involving derivative of the dependent variable with respect to independent variable is called the differential equation. In general, they said not only dy by dx, you can have d square y by dx square, you can have d cube y by dx cube, and so on till the nth derivative we can go on. Okay. So I can say this is also a differential equation. They use the one more word, ordinary differential equation. What do you mean by ordinary differential equation is the derivative will then with respect to only one independent variable. Okay, there are certain differential equation which can be done derivative with respect more than one, like derivative with respect to x, derivative with respect to theta, derivative with respect to t, all will come in one equation. So those equations we call as a partial equations. We don't have for in this differential equation chapter. Maybe if you go for higher classes, you will study about them. For timing, we'll restrict ourselves to ordinary differential equation, that is derivative of a dependent variable with respect to one independent variable. So here you have the sum notation, dy by dx, we can write it as y dash, or maybe sometimes we'll write it as y1, first derivative. Then d square y by dx square, we can write as y double dash, or we can write as y2, that they are not mentioned here, but still we can use, some books we use y1, y2 for differentiation. Now d cube y by dx cube, you can write it as y triple dash. Now the problem comes if I have 5 derivatives, 7 derivatives, 10 derivatives, then it is very difficult to write y10 dash, y15 dash. Then I can use y15 here, like yn. Yn means nth derivative, that is dny upon dx to the power. This is nth derivative of a function. Now there are two more words to understand. There will be a 1 mark question on this in a board exam also, mostly 99% there will be a question. Find the order of a differential equation and degree of the differential equation. What do you mean by order? How many times you are derivating the function? So like if I say dy by dx equals to e to the power of x. So what is the function here? You can say my function here it is y equals to e to the power x. Am I right? Y equals to e to the power of x. All of that, right? Yeah. Y equals to e to the power of x, you can say. So if I find dy by dx here, what you get? Dy by dx is again e to the power of x only. Derivative of e power x is again e to the power of x only. So here I derivative the function with only once. So here I can say the order of the function is 1. Order is 1. For example, if I want to derive the same function second time also, so then d square y by dx square is also will come e to the power of x. Then the order of the function will become 2. If I differentiate the same function 10 times, d10 y upon dx to the power of 10, then the order of the function is 10. Okay. So order is nothing but how many times you are derivating the function, that we call it as a order of the function. So I think they are given some example here. For example, d square y by dx square plus y equals to 0. So here you can say the order of the function is 2 because 2 times the function is differentiated. Now similarly here also you can say d cube y by dx cube plus x square. So here you have d cube, here you have d square y. If d cube y you have means 3 times I have differentiated. So order will become 3. The order of this function is 3. How many? See, here you have the exponent also, that you don't think about exponent now. Order of the differential equation is how many times the given equation is differentiating, that we call it as the order of that function. Now we will come to the degree of the differential equation. Degree is the power exponent of the highest order, that we call as the degree of the differential equation. What do you mean by that? Here you can say dqy by dx cube plus 2d square y by dx square whole square minus dy by dx plus y equals to 0. If I consider this one, what is the highest order? 3 times you are differentiating, so highest order is 3. So this you can write as whole to the power of 1. Any number I can write. If we have 2, you can write 2 to the power of 1. If I have 10, you can write 10 to the power of 1. So similarly, dqy by dx cube, what is the highest power here? 1. We can say, sir, highest power is 2. So why can't we take degree is 2? We cannot take 2 as the degree because this is not the highest order. D square y by dx square is not the highest derivative which we have in this expression. So in this expression, we have dqy by dx cube, and the power of this one, you can write this as whole to the power of 1. So that we call it as a degree. So degree of this equation is 1. Now here you see dy by dx whole square plus dy by dx whole to the power of 1. If nothing is there, then the whole to the power of 1 I can take, minus sine square y equals to 0. First of all, is it a differential equation? It is involved with in terms of sign. So what do you say? Is it a differential equation? Yes or no? Yes, children, waiting for your reply. What
Yes,
we
sir.
discussed? It is a differential equation. Then you have not understood the explanation. What we said, if sine term is involved or
Yes and no.
exponential terms are involved, then this is not a differential equation, right? So if I have a, which is not a differential equation, I can say dy by dx is there. So first order derivative, they have done it, but degree you cannot define, which is not a differential equation. So for this expression, degree cannot be defined. Even here also dy by dx plus sine of dy by dx. Here also this is not a differential equation. So degree cannot be defined, but you can say order is 1 because dy by dx term is involved. You can say order is 1, but degree cannot be defined. So like this, you have the whole first exercise is you have to find order and degree of the differential equation. So what do you say the first? For the first one, you can say order is 4, d4y by dx to the power of 4. Order is 4. But you cannot say degree because you have sine of some differential equation dqy by dx cube. So order is 4 and degree cannot be defined. What about the second question? Order is 1, degree is also 1. What about the third question? What you can say order and degree? It is a differential equation.
Sir, order is 2.
Order is 2
Degree
and
is 1.
degree is 1.
1.
Perfect. Right. So like this, you can complete the questions, which are the differential equation. You have to order exists for if you have dy by dx, then order will be there. But if you have cos or exponential term, you don't have degree, that cannot be defined. So like this, you have 12 questions in the first exercise. You can solve them. Just you have to write what is order and what is degree. Okay. Now you have the solutions of a general and particular solutions of a differential equation. If you have a differential equation, how do you find the solution? That we see what is the general solution, what is the particular solution. We'll come this through the example instead of giving a direct definition. Like verify that the function y equals to e to the power of minus 3x is a solution of the differential equation. I have to check in the polynomial. If you remember, let me go to the polynomial equations like x square plus 2x minus 3 equals to 0. Such polynomials you have in class 9, I think you studied. If I given x equals to 2 is a solution or not, then what we used to do, substitute x equals to 2 in this equation. If it is satisfying, then you'll get the this is a solution. If it is not satisfying, it is not a solution. Oh, good morning. Every day you're joining the class late. Okay, let me take what is the function is given. Y equals to e to the power of minus 3x. You have to do d square y by dx square and you have to find dy by dx. Okay, let me take the solution then. Y equals to, you have e to the power of minus 3x. So when I do first derivative, let's see what anyone can tell me what is the first derivative? Dy by dx, what it will give me? You can on your speaker and say, what is the derivative of e power minus 3x? No one? Come on. What is e power theta differentiation? E power theta differentiation is e power theta into derivative of theta. That is derivative of minus 3x. So what you get, derivative of minus 3x is minus 3. So you can write first derivative is minus 3 e power minus 3x. So this is the first order derivative. What will come in the second order derivative? Second order derivative is okay, d square y by dx square will come. So d square y upon dx square. Now, at least can you tell me what will come? D square y by dx square. Second time you have to derivative this one. Yes, sir.
So minus 9 e power minus 3x.
Minus won't be there because minus into minus it will become plus only. Yes, plus 9
e
to the power of minus 3x. Perfect. Okay. Because second time also minus will come, so minus into minus will be plus. Now what you have to prove? D square y by dx square plus dy by dx minus 6y. Okay. Let me take LHS now and see what you get. Insert equation d square y by dx square, sorry, minus dy by dx minus dy by dx, I think plus 6y. This is what I have to put. Let me check which is correct or not. No, plus dy by dx minus 6y. So this is plus and this is minus. Yeah. So d square y by dx square, I got it is minus 9 e power 9 e power minus 3x plus what you got, dy by dx is minus 3 e power minus 3x. You can substitute plus 6 times of y. 6 times of y is e power minus 3x. So that is 6 times of e power minus 3x. You can see here, sorry, this is minus 10. Yeah. So this is minus 3, this is minus 6, it will become minus 9 e power minus 3x, and this is plus 9 e power minus 3x. So answer is going to be a 0. So whatever I got, if I substituting, I am getting the RHS. It is satisfying the equation. So hence I can conclude y equals to e power minus 3x is a solution of the given differential equation. Okay. That's how you check whether the given expression is a solution or not. Understood? So now you can move to the next example. Yeah. You have y equals to a cos x plus b sin x. Then you have to check whether it is a solution for differential equation d square y by dx square plus y goes to 0. I think this is very easy. You can solve it. First, you have to find dy by dx. Here y is given as a cos x plus b sin x. Then dy by dx is derivative of cos x is minus sin x. So you get minus a sin x. And derivative of sin x is cos x. Now you do second time derivative. D square y by dx square. So derivative of sin is cos. So you got minus a cos x. And derivative of cos is minus sin. So it will be minus b sin x. So you got d square y by dx as negative term. So when I say d square y by dx square plus y, this is d square y by dx square minus a cos x minus b sin x plus y is a cos x plus b sin x. You can see the terms are same and the signs are different. Both the terms will get cancelled, so answer will come as 0. Those are very easy questions. Now, which question you want to solve here? For example, here they are given y equals to, I think first 3 questions you can solve very easily. Fourth question I'll go, y equals to under root 1 plus x square. Then you have to find dy by dx as xy upon 1 plus x square. So let's see. This is question number 4 from exercise. In the equation you have y equals to what is given under root 1 plus x square. You have here under root 1 plus x square. Okay. So what you have to find? Dy by dx. How can I find dy by dx here? If I go for, somebody has given an answer. Yeah. Look at what we have to prove. We have to prove y dash as xy upon 1 plus x square. So how do I get xy upon 1 plus x square? If I do direct differentiation, root x differentiation is 1 by 2 root x into derivative of, if I do root theta differentiation is 1 upon 2 root theta into derivative of theta. But by solving that way, I don't get my answer in the desired form. What you can do is square on both the sides. So if I do square on both the sides, what do you get? Y square is equals to, you have simply 1 plus x square. If I do square on both the sides, you'll get 1 plus x square on the RHS. Now, if I do differentiate on both the sides, you'll get 2y into dy upon dx, which is equals to differentiation of 1 is 0 and differentiation of x square is 2x. 2 will get cancelled on both the sides. So you can write dy upon dx is equals to, can I put this as x upon y? Y will come on the right hand side. It will be x upon y. Okay. So next step what I do is, I'll keep this dy by dx as it is. Dy upon dx is equals to, what I can do is, here I'll replace y value, whatever I given, because the answer has to be x upon y value is under root 1 plus x square. So what you can do here is, now you can rationalize with the same term, numerator and denominator. When I rationalize, you may ask, why don't you keep minus here? I can't keep because under root 1 plus x square is a single term. So you cannot keep the minus inside the root. Okay. If there are 2 terms, So I can replace with the minus term. This is under root 1 plus x square is a single term. So I cannot replace minus sign here between 1 and x square. Okay, next step what you get, I think you got your desired answer. If you see dy upon dx is equals to, if I multiply, numerator will come x into under root 1 plus x square. So that is nothing but x into y upon denominator is under root theta into under root theta, which will be theta only, which is just 1 plus x square. Okay, so this is what they asked to prove. Prove that dy by dx equals to xy upon 1 plus x square. Okay, so you may have a doubt. How do we know that we have to rationalize, square on both the sides? Let me show you. If I differentiate this term directly without squaring on both the sides, what do we get? Here itself I'll do dy by dx. You will get dy by dx is equals to root theta differentiation is 1 upon 2 root theta, 1 upon 2 root theta. Root theta means you will get 1 plus x square, 1 upon 2 root theta into differentiation of theta, that is differentiation of 1 plus x square. 1 plus x square differentiation is 2x. I think this way also you are getting. That's fine. So next step, what you get here is 2 will get cancelled. I have x upon under root 1 plus x square. I think this way also you are getting. That's fine. You can rationalize it now. I think the same step I reach here, 1 plus x upon under root 1 plus x square. Here also I got it same. So just rationalize it, then you'll get the answer. Yeah, I think this way also it is working. That's fine. So if this one is clear for all of you, any doubt? No doubt? Okay. So next question what we have is, which one you can take? I think fifth one you can solve. Sixth one also you can solve. Y equals to x sin x. Here you yes.
Tenth one.
Somebody speaking, I can't hear. Sugandh? You can type it. Question number 10 you want. Before question number 10, is there anything you have to? I'll go for question number 7, then I'll come to question number 10. xy equals to log y plus c. Okay. xy equals to, this is question number 7. Yeah. xy is equals to log y plus c. In most of the question, this c word they use, c is some constant. I think in the integration chapter we discussed, when I integration plus c I'll keep. So that's why everywhere here they keep the c. Okay, now if I go for the differentiation of this one, first I have to do differentiation of UV formula in LHS. U into dy by dx, u derivative of v, plus v into derivative of u, that is derivative of x is 1, is equals to derivative of y, log y. Derivative of log y is 1 upon y, 1 upon y into, again you will get dy upon dx. This is the first derivative got it. Now what I do is I bring a dy by dx terms one side and constant terms the side. So you can keep y equals to, here you will get 1 upon y dy by dx. I'll keep, this will be as it is. Then minus this x dy by dx will come to right hand side as minus x dy by dx. So in the next step, what you get here is y equals to If I take dy by dx common, then what do you get? If I take dy by dx common from both the terms, you have 1 upon y minus x. Okay. So finally you want dy by dx value. So I can keep dy by dx on one side and send all other terms to the other side. So we have dy by dx is equals to, let me insert the fraction here. I think what I do here is, let me simplify one more step here. Here also you have dy by dx into, what I do is I'll take the LCM here. If I take the LCM here, you'll get the denominator as y. In the numerator, you'll get 1 minus xy. Okay. So that's what you get when I take the LCM, because y into x will be xy. So when I send here, numerator y will remain here y only. In the denominator, you are going to get this term. Why it is coming? Because y goes to dy by dx into some theta. When I want dy by dx, this theta will go to the denominator of y. Okay. So this will come into the denominator, which is equals to, now what happens is this y will goes to the numerator as multiplication. So it will become y square upon, here you will get 1 minus xy. Okay, what you have to prove exactly? Same. I think we got it easily. Y square upon 1 minus xy. I think we got it same. Y square upon 1 minus xy. Okay. So questions are easy. Just you have to go a little bit calculation oriented. I think rest of 10th question I'll go now. I think 10th question also much easier. I think 2-3 steps you'll get y equals to under root a square minus x square. Y equals to, you have under root a square minus x square. Now you can guide me, how do we go for the solution of this question? So derivative of y is dy by dx is equals to, if I take under root a square minus x square as theta, so what is the derivative of theta we discussed? Derivative of theta is 1 upon 2 root theta, right? Yes, 1 upon 2 root theta multiply by derivative of theta. So there it is, derivative of a square minus x square. See here I'm skipping the step, okay? Generally in the books what they do is, let me show you what dy by dx of, they'll write derivative of a square minus x square. So generally this is how they solve it in the books. In the next step they write the derivative of this step. So what you do is, we are skipping this step. We'll write directly derivative of a square minus x square. Derivative of a square is 0 because it is a constant term. So derivative of minus x square is minus 2x. Okay, so one step we skipped it. So next what you get, which is equals to, that means that the equation 2 will get cancelled. You'll get again a fraction. If 2 will get cancelled, numerator will be minus x upon, your denominator is going to be under root a square minus x square. What they asked exactly, question number 10. Okay, I think we are done it. Which is equals to, you can put minus x upon under root a square minus y square. That I can replace it as y, because that's what they are given. Under root a square minus x square is nothing but y. Now what do you have finally in the answer? Dy by dx, I think let me insert the equation. Dy by dx is equals 2 minus x upon y. If I want to simplify further, we can send y to the RHS side, LHS side, then we will become y dy by dx will come y dy upon dx, and minus x will come this side as plus x is equals to 0. I think that's what they asked. Y dy by dx plus x. Y dy by dx plus x equals to 0. So we got the answer. Okay. Then we have formation of the differential equation whose general solution is given. Now this is next topic is going to be for 4 marks or 6 mark question depending on the question. We'll discuss in the next class. Till now, whatever we discussed, is it clear? We discussed what is the order, what is the degree. Then we discuss if the solution is given, whether it is a solution of the given differential equation or not. Okay. So these 4 concepts we discussed. I hope it is clear for all of you. If you have any doubt, please ask now.